What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I am back with some more boxing. Now, I made a video the other day, and I was giving props to Canelo. He was in good shape. I told you he's close to where he needs to be, his target. Now, my channel wouldn't be my channel, and I wouldn't be Ego if I didn't tell both sides of the tale. Now, I gave Canelo props. The video link will be in the description if you want to check that video out. Now I gotta give James Kirkland his props. If you guys seen the video, you'll notice the big concern that I had was James Kirkland 2 weeks out, or 2 weeks ago, about a month out, he was weighing like 169, and I'm just like, man, is this dude focused? And I don't know if somebody showed him. I know James Kirkland for a fact. He follows me on social media. I don't know if someone showed him the video or not. Really doesn't matter. But he posted this, and he has a scale in one picture, and then it shows him, and he's looking in ferocious shape. So he's weighing 163.8, and this is the caption. I don't post a lot of shit because I'm always working, and as you could tell, I'm ready and hungry for war. Now, I got to give him his props. I told you just what I felt. Like, see, this is the thing. I don't care who sees the video because I don't talk reckless. My whole concern with James Kirkland is what James Kirkland is going to show up. And that's because of patterns that he has, in fact, showed in the past. Like, you know what I mean? He should have never lost to Ishida. He had a weird fight with Carlos Molina where he was losing, and a freak accident disqualification saved him, and he was able to win that fight. So that's why it's kind of hard for me to place my bet. But on the flip side, if my videos, if my speech, if anything I could do can motivate someone to bring their best foot forward, then I'm all good. And like I said, I don't care if he's seen it or has knowledge of my video or didn't. The thing I do like, and the thing that actually matters, is he looks like he's in mean shape. And that's what I like, man, because just like Mayweather Pacquiao, they both, if Pacquiao was still looking soft like he was at the promotional thing, and he wasn't looking ripped up like the picture on the video I showed you recently, then I'd be mad, because then there'll be excuses like, oh, Mayweather waited till Pacquiao couldn't get in shape no more and wasn't the same. Same thing with Pacquiao. If Pacquiao beats Mayweather and Mayweather was looking soft, they'll be like, oh, this is the worst shape Mayweather's been in, yada, yada, yada. So back-to-back weekends, we're getting Mayweather, Pacquiao, very next weekend, Canelo-Kirkland, and they're both in mean shape. This is what I like because, again, I want to see good competitive matches. Now, some people say Canelo fighting Kirkland is a cherry pick. I wouldn't say it's a cherry pick because I think a fully focused Kirkland is nobody's cherry pick. But to a degree, I understand the complaint, and that's just merely he's been inactive. And again, he has that kind of loose cannon, which Kirkland is going to show up type of mentality. But if he's fighting anything like the shape that he looks like he's in right now, this might be a potential fight of the year, I'm telling you. Now, again, I don't backtrack. In my opinion, I would still probably favor Canelo slightly. And that's just because Canelo's been a little bit more consistent. The thing that's really bothered Canelo to me are people who can interchange staying in the pocket with lateral movement and elusiveness. Now, the thing that is interesting, very interesting, if Kirkland is in fact focused for this fight, in shape, he's has a good little rhythm or whatever with GT, his new trainer, and Wolf. And this could be a good fight. Let me break it down real quick. I'm not doing a prediction or anything. I'll do that later. But Kirkland, if you really think about it, has absolutely nothing to lose. People are saying he's a cherry pick. He has no shot in hell because of Ann Wolf. He lost to Ishida. So there's not as much pressure on him. Plus, the crowd, even though Kirkland is from Texas, is going to be majority for Canelo. So I hope Canelo's ready. And I hope he's bringing his A game, which it looks like he is doing. Just because if Kirkland is fully focused, this could be a good, interesting clash of styles, because I thought Angulo would do this, honestly. I actually picked Angulo to beat Canelo. And it had nothing to do with like a skill set perspective. it's hard for me to pick when people haven't showed me certain tools. You know what I'm saying? And in my opinion, at the point where Canelo fought Angulo, he was off of a loss, like Angulo was off a loss to Laura. But the thing was, at that time, Angulo still gave Laura a run for his money until he had that swelling. You know what I'm saying? Knocked him down twice. And I had not seen Canelo in there with a guy who's just generally naturally bigger than him and naturally a big puncher. So I took a gamble on that prediction, and I was obviously wrong. And Canelo beat the dog shit out of the dog, El Perro. But it was really because I hadn't seen Canelo in there with somebody. This was before Laura. This is after Mayweather when he fought Angulo. And I hadn't seen him in there with someone that I considered to be equivalent size. Josecito Lopez, not equivalent size. That was his first time fighting at 154. That's why he dropped back down. And he hasn't even had no real big signature win since Victor Ortiz at 147. So Josecito Lopez, in my opinion, rushed his career and jumped up. And he jumped up too much. And you know what I mean? Since has taken losses to Maidanas and Bertos and whatnot. So Canelo, Matthew Hatton, and Ryan Rhodes and Alfonso Gomez, Shane Mosley, you know what I mean? That was like a Shane Mosley that just didn't seem the same, hadn't won in 4 years or whatever. And Shane Mosley's not the biggest guy either. So, I mean, realistically, that's why I picked Angulo. But Angulo didn't do anything, and he got mopped up in that particular fight. So Kirkland might be able to at least put the pressure on Canelo, which if he, like I said, if he's focused and he gets past those early rounds, this could be a good fucking fight. Because Kirkland stylistically, when he gets into that second and third gear, that's when he's really dangerous. Like Glenn Tapia was hitting him with some heat. He was getting hit. And I was like, oh shit. And then he just kept coming and kept coming. Regardless of anything, Kirkland's getting hit. That's his style. Like he's going to get hit. But I don't think his style is at like, I don't know. I wouldn't say it'd be like how Lucas Matisse was. I don't know. It could be Lucas Matisse versus Ruslan Provodnikov. I don't know. I think Ruslan looked exceptionally one-dimensional in that. I don't see Kirkland not throwing anything, but he sometimes could be a slow starter, so it might look like that in the first 2 rounds. But like I said, the thing I like the most is at least seeing that he's looking like he's in shape. He got about 10 pounds to go. Actually, maybe a little bit less since they're doing this at a catch weight. But this is good news for me because I just care about good competitive matches. And I don't want to see Canelo go in there and have easy work because a guy didn't properly train. But it looks like, just from the pure weight picture, and that's all I have to go off of because I'm not in his camp, I'm not in Texas or whatever. Looks like he's doing his thing. He looks like he's in good shape. He already has a 6-pack, and his weight is not far from where he needs to be. So that was one of my fears, and Kirkland has answered the critics. Let me know if you think this changes anything, if this could be a little bit more dynamic. Like I said, I'll do an official prediction on what I think will happen, but if Kirkland's focused, I'm telling you guys, this could be more of a fight. He really doesn't have anything to lose. Like, he's expected to lose. SMS promotion doesn't really have any marquee stars that are, like, off of big wins anymore, like Billy Dibb or Gamboa, Kirkland. They no longer have Andre Durrell, things like that. So Canelo has the more pressure because, like, if you also look at it, Canelo versus Laura, very controversial. A lot of people thought it was some bullshit scorecards and Laura won the fight. Some people thought Canelo won the fight. Either way, it wasn't a clear-cut victory where everybody is satisfied or like majority. Like, you know what I mean? Like Canelo, Mayweather, everyone was pretty much satisfied. And by satisfied, I'm not saying they were happy that Mayweather won, but even the die-hardest Canelo fan has to admit, unless they're just fucking haters, that Canelo lost to Mayweather. You know what I'm saying? There really is no way to CJ Ross it and be like, oh, that was a close fight. You know what I'm saying? So I actually think if Kirkland's focused, this puts a lot of pressure on Canelo. He's the golden boy, taking over for Oscar. He's the one expected to win. And not even that. You could also win, but not win impressively. And that also can affect you because then that'll be 2 performances back to back where the crowd doesn't feel that he won impressively. That's a lot of pressure too. You know what I mean? Danny Garcia won his last fight, but you could tell he's not getting much praise for it because a lot of people thought Peterson won. So it also depends on how you win. So this fight just got a little bit more intriguing to me. Just Like I said, the biggest concern I had was, is Kirkland focused? And judging solely by a picture, it looks like he's perhaps more focused than I may have initially gave him credit for. So on my channel, you know, I got to clear that up and give both sides to the spectrum and give you guys those updates. Drop me a comment. Let me know what you guys think this means. Will this be a potential fight of the year? Or is it going to be a shutout for Canelo, shutout for Kirkland? Drop those comments. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like my video. As always, hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video, is Ego signing off.